We are back at the gates of the Hidden Chemistry Village, folks. We are on to our 5th mission. We travel to the Hidden Fuel Cell Village in the land of Wind. Now, we have a good amount of missions under our belt, so it should become easier to apply what we know. The goal of this mission is to learn about how fuel cells apply to voltaic cells and figure out how they work. We have unpredictable relations in this area, so we must make sure we listen carefully and apply what we can. Hope we can find someone to help us learn. Let's get it. Welcome to the Hidden Fuel Cell Village, tucked away in the land of Wind. We are immediately greeted with an attack. Gaara, the strongest ninja of the village, did not get word we were coming and therefore was immediately on go. Luckily, Kakashi Sensei blocked his attack before any harm was done. We explained we come from the Hidden Chemistry Village and our mission is to understand fuel cells. Once given word from his advisor, Gaara agreed to help as an act of forgiveness for his attack. He then goes on to explain. So far, we've only probably heard all about primary and secondary batteries that are self-contained. But in a fuel cell, also called a flow battery, the materials are not self-contained, but are still able to generate electricity by the controlled oxidation of fuel. In a fuel cell, reactants, usually a fuel and oxygen, enter the cell, and products are going to leave and it's going to generate electricity. Now, the most common fuel cell for cars is the proton exchange membrane cell. That is going to use 2H2 gas as the fuel and is going to operate around a temperature of 80 degrees Celsius. At the anode, we have oxidation. We have our fuel that's going to release 4 electrons. At the cathode, we have reduction. We have our oxygen from the air that is going to absorb those 4 electrons. Now, overall, we have this overall reaction here, and our non-standard cell potential is going to be 1.2 volts of energy that is produced. Like other voltaic cells, we still have all the other components. So we're still going to have our electrolyte and separator, and they're combined here as one polymer membrane that's going to conduct H+ ions from the fuel. Now, reaction rates for fuel cells are usually lower, so an electrocatalyst is used to decrease activation energy. Let's go ahead and talk about how a fuel cell works. Well, first, we're still going to have our PEM cell anodes and our cathodes, and they're going to be graphite. And then there's going to be a platinum-based catalyst that's deposited on the graphite so that we can get this overall process going. Remember, the reaction rates are lower, so we need that catalyst to help us along. At the anode, our fuel, our 2H2 molecules here, are going to split and oxidize, producing electrons that travel to the cathode. Now, and protons are going to migrate through this overall electrolyte separator membrane combination here. Okay, folks? At the cathode, 2 O2 molecules are believed to adsorb onto the catalyst and form the O2- ions. Now, protons and electrons are going to combine to form water molecules as well, which leave the cell. So we can provide water as a product and an electricity within this entire PEM cell here. And these H2 fuel cells have been used for years to provide electricity and water during space flights, residential power supplies, and for major manufacturers that offer fuel cell model cars. Now, hydrogen fuel cells produce no pollutants and convert 75% of its fuel's bond energy into power for use. Okay, folks? So that's compared to 40% for coal-fired power plants and 25% for gasoline engine. So these cells could represent the future. Now, that's all the information Gaara is willing to share. We take the knowledge we have and return to the Hidden Chemistry Village. We are given the next mission and meet Kakashi Sensei at the gates.